A question that players ask themselves every single year. What should I spend my 4,600 FIFA points on within Ultimate Team? This year, we have a similar question, except it's now FC points, not FIFA points. And even if you think you may know the answer, it's actually a lot more complicated than what most people make it out to be. Let me explain. So if you pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, alongside getting the game early, you'll also be rewarded with 4,600 FC points. These FC points will be used within Ultimate Team, and if you're lucky, it can put you slightly ahead, depending on the players that you're able to pack. But there's always been a debate. What's the most efficient way you can use these to get as far ahead as possible? And it comes down to two possibilities. Firstly, you can use them on packs, so using your FC points to go through the store and open the packs that are on offer, or you can use them with draft, whether that be online draft or single player. Let's break each of those down. So firstly, with the packs, with 4,600 FC points, assuming that packs will have the exact same price as what they've had every other year, you'll be able to buy into a premium gold pack for 150 FC points. Meaning that if you divide 4,600 by 150, you will get 30.66. Of course, you can't get 0.66 of a pack, so we'll just say it's 30 packs. But you need to remember that these are just premium gold packs and they don't have the best of odds. We will talk a bit more about this in a bit. The other option is to go through a draft, and regardless of whether or not you go online or single player, it will now cost you 300 FC points. But as a FUT draft promise, and this has been present in the game ever since draft was first added to Ultimate Team, even if you were to go through a draft and you lose within the very first round, you will still get a pack reward equivalent to those 300 FC points or the 15,000 coins in which it would require in order for you to enter. Meaning if you were able to go further than the first round, you're gonna have better rewards than what you would be able to do if you were just to go and use those coins or FC points in the store itself. So it becomes an easy answer. Just go over to draft. If you're a confident player, you'll go into an online draft, try to get to the final, win the final, and you'll have much better rewards than if you just use those FC points on packs. If you're not as confident, you could always go to a single player draft. You'll select the AI difficulty, and hopefully you should be able to go through all 4 rounds and win. You won't get as good of a reward compared to the online draft, but you'll still get something better than if you were to just go and use those FC points at the store. And as you are now using 300 FC points, whereas the packs would require 150 FC points, you will now be able to go through the draft 15.33 times. Can't have 0.33, so 15 times in total. Based on this, it makes more sense to go through draft. Or does it? When people explain this, they talk about the simple maths, which is what we went through. Yes, draft makes more sense in terms of you getting a better reward based on the FC points that you put in. But they don't talk about the other opportunities that you're missing out on whilst going through this. This is the opportunity cost. 15 drafts are going to take a hell of a long time, especially in terms of gameplay. Assuming that if you went into a single player draft, you selected a low enough difficulty for you to always get to the final and win, or on the other hand, you're a very good and confident player that you can go into an online draft and you could always get to the final and win without all your opponents forfeiting, with each game being around 20 minutes long. That includes the gameplay itself, plus also matchmaking and any other things that happen whilst you try and get into a game. We hate those players that end up watching all highlights and all replays, but let's just say 20 minutes just to keep this simple. It means with one single draft, you're going to have to spend 80 minutes in order for you to get to the final and win, and also claim your rewards at the end. This 15 times means that you're going to have to spend 20 hours in order for you to go through 15 drafts. That's a lot of time. Most people will only have a couple hours to play FIFA within a week. So to spend 20 hours grinding FUT draft in order for you to get the most out of your FC points isn't always the best recommendation. This is where it becomes more specific depending what type of player you are. For example, based on that opportunity cost, if you're spending 20 hours going through foot draft, but you're not a confident player, you're having to go and play single player at a lower difficulty, and it's also something that you're not particularly enjoying, however, you are an exceptionally good trader, it makes more sense for you to not go through foot draft, but instead to use your FC points to quickly open packs, and 30 packs would probably take about 25, maybe even 35 minutes. You will then list the players that do sell into the transfer market. Every other item you'll quick sell to immediately get those coins back, and hopefully at the end of all of this you'll be able to go and have 40,000-50,000 coins at the least. Now you could do the thing that you're good at. That specific type of player for this example would get a lot further claiming those coins and immediately start trading, rather than trying to be as efficient as possible, trying to milk every single FC point that EA has gifted them. And it's not just applied to those who are good at trading, because even though we are talking about how to efficiently spend your FC points, we also can't look past the things that you want to do. What do you enjoy most within this game? If you enjoy going through foot draft, then yeah, go ahead and do it. If you enjoy opening packs, go ahead, do that instead. If you enjoyed something completely different, maybe it's SBCs, maybe it is trading, maybe it's completing objectives, maybe it's going through division rivals, squad battles, you name it. Based on what's entertaining to you will affect your overall choice. So the answer to the question, what do you spend your FC points on? If you do want to get more packs, then going through draft is the option. If you're good enough, play online. If you're not as confident, play single player. If you enjoy playing foot draft, then the answer here is also play foot draft, because it doesn't matter about the rewards at the end of the day. You could just go into an online draft and build your team, and as long as you're having fun, it doesn't really matter if you go out in the first round. You're still going to be rewarded for your time, but this time you're also having a bit of entertainment. The opposite to this, if you don't enjoy foot draft, open packs. No point playing the game mode if you don't like it, even if it does give you more packs in the end. You're going to have to spend 20 hours if you were good at this game or playing single player just for you to get every single FC point into draft so that you can be efficient with your rewards. Not worth it if you don't enjoy it. If you want more coins, pick the option that will give you more coins. This one might seem a bit tricky to answer because you don't know what fate has in store for you if you were to go through draft and open packs. Potentially an Mbappe, maybe a Haaland, maybe both. Who knows? But with this one, we can take an educated guess and say that you're unlikely to get anything good within those packs. So the best thing for you to do is go through and open every single one of them within the store and get the coins back from them, and then immediately start using those coins at whatever you're best at in game in order to get more coins. And finally, if you really don't like the tedious grind at the beginning of a new Ultimate Team, or you would much rather spend your time playing other game modes such as moments, squad battles, division rivals, SBCs, champs, or even just going through the likes of evolutions or customizing your very own squad, then the best option here is to open packs. Use your FC points at the store, get your coins, and immediately go into the game mode that you want to play the most. Based on the type of player and person you are, will ultimately decide what you should do here. The final thing to talk about is, when do you open these packs? Yeah, again, might seem obvious, but there are a select group of players out there who will use their FC points, or they'll go through foot draft to build up their packs and save them until the standard edition releases. Reason for this is because on the Ultimate Edition release, which this year is going to be September the 22nd, there isn't any other promos. We will get a Team of the Week midweek, but that's still not worth going for. So most wait until the Standard Edition because in the afternoon, that is when the first promo releases, typically one to watch. And those players will be way more expensive than their normal default card. Alongside there being more special cards, which will be at a higher price, EA also will finally release promo packs, which will cost more, but will give you a higher chance of getting something good. I said we'll come back to this earlier within the video, because you buying into packs is on the idea that you'll be buying into the premium gold packs, which are 7.5k packs, valued at 150 FC points. There will be more expensive packs in the game, especially by the time it gets to the standard edition release, which will give you a higher chance, but of course will be more expensive. So you won't be able to open as many. With this one, you can wait until the standard edition release, but yet again, you need to remember the opportunity cost, just like what we talked about earlier. In the time in which it takes for you to sit there and wait for a full week until you can use your FC points or open your packs, what else could you have done in the meantime? Could you have opened them, claimed those coins, built up your coins, even had some fun, and then used whatever you was able to profit from and use those on packs? This choice really is up to you. If any of you want to be very adventurous, you could be part of a very small percentage where you do go through absolutely everything that we talked about. Start the game, immediately open all of your packs within the store, but with the coins that you get from them, use those to go through Foot Draft to get even more packs. And then you could also save them until the standard edition release, where hopefully the very first promo will be released that afternoon, and you can then open your save packs then. That way you get the best of both worlds. See, I told you at the beginning of this video, the answer to this question of what should I do with my FC points isn't as simple as what people make it out to be. Loads of different variables. So let me know the choice that you're going to make in the comment section down below. Are you going to open packs? Are you going to go through Foot Draft? And if you are going through Foot Draft, are you saving your packs? Are you saving your FC points? Or are you immediately opening them and immediately starting to use those coins and players into other game modes like SBCs, evolutions, squad battles, or even just starting to trade? Let me know your plan of action in the comment section down below. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.